Hi guys, today we're going to look at the Bio Lite Camp Stove 2, and this is the bundle. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this Bio Lite Camp Stove. Long story short, they are a wood burning stove that generates electricity. Also has a built-in fan for the fire itself. I believe these, it may even say on the box somewhere here. Yeah, I think there's some information down here. I think they were developed for third world countries for a way of cooking on without using up too much wood, too many materials that when they don't have many resources. And I think that's a project that's ongoing. So yeah, good foundations there. They do a few different products. They've got like a fire pit one as well. But today, yeah, we're just going to look at this. This is the bundle of the Camp Stove 2, so I assume this is the second iteration. So we've got the stove, we've got the cup pot set, and we've got the grill there as well. You've also got this light. So let's take a look at it. I have opened this and used it once, but it was a little while ago now. It's just taken me a while to get round to this. Knock the camera. Okie doke, so we've got some literature. Oh, I didn't realise we've got some fire starters there, some natural fire starters, that's nice. A USB cable, that's micro. More literature stuff. This will be the pot cum cup set. This USB thing is the light. And here we have the grill as well. Look at that in a sec. So we're going the bag first here. So this all nests together quite nicely, kind of like a jet boil sort of system, I guess. We take the top off, if I can remember. There we go. So it's got like a silicone ring on there, and you've got like a pouring hole cum steam vent. Take the bag out. Got our pot, which has got this kind of grilling on the bottom to absorb the heat, and a cup pot, eating vessel, whatever you wish to call it. And in another bag, obviously if you don't want to take all the other gubbins with you, it's the stove itself. So that's the main part, the wood burning stove, and then this part is what generates the electricity from the heat of the stove. Has the fan on for feeding the fire. This will be like for absorbing that heat. And you've got power and a USB socket, and you've got your various indications for the heat, for the battery, and for the fan there. And this will just attach when the legs are unfolded. And oh, I think that's done. Simple as that. So I'll just put that aside for a second. And this weird looking thing is the grill. So it's got this kind of plastic cover on, which I guess you can use as a tray or a plate. And if I can get it off, I've got very cold hands today. There we go. So you've got this flue here, so the fire goes directly up and the heat is spread throughout the grill there. And you've got this kind of heat disperser here, and two legs, because it goes on the stove there. So I'm going to bring the camera down, set up the stove itself. I'm just going to measure how, sort of, yeah, it's about halfway on this. It'd be fine using twigs on this, but it's very wet and cold out here, so I thought I'd just use some of this dry wood I've got. I'm just going to use the fire starter they included. I'm just going to start feeding in some of these small pieces. Capacity isn't too large, but it should be pretty efficient. So that should do for the moment. Right, so the fire's just picking up and the fan has kicked in, and you can probably just about make out the indicators here. So you've got the heat, fan speed, and then you've got the battery indicator there about half full. I think on about a 20-minute burn when I tried it out, it gained one of these steps, which is like a fifth or something like that. So I'll show you inside. There you can see that roaring now with that fan pushing that air inside it. Right, so with that going now, I can just open this up, some waterproof protection on there, and try this out. Oh, I've not looked at instructions and it was a while ago I used it, so I've just turned the fan up and up again. My word. Whoa. Okay, so pressing and holding turns it off. There we go, lights on now. So if you're at camp in the dark, you can see what you're cooking. Don't have to worry about your head torch or whatever, and it kind of holds its position to a degree. But yeah, I'll take that out for now. Now, one thing I've seen done with these stoves is run them off of wood pellets, biomass, rather than off twigs, and apparently you can get quite a long and efficient burn with these. So I thought I'd bring some along. Used some in the pizza oven not long ago. I don't want to smother it. Yeah, that'll probably do for the minute. I'll wait for them to catch properly. So I've just noticed on the inside here, this is kind of double walled. It's very hard to show the inside, but you can see that wood gasification happening. And you can even see the smoke down in there from the wood chips going through that double wall lining, and then the flames coming out the jets at the top. So because of that fan being on, you don't have to worry too much about suffocation because it's always being fed air. So stick the pot on here. You've got litre markings and cup markings on the side, on the inside there. It could be red on the outside as well. It goes up to 1.5 litres by the looks of it. And the lid there with its silicone seal. I'm guessing silicone, so it doesn't burn. It's my guess this is going to be a pretty efficient boil. And I could you can see that the battery's charged a little bit more just while I've been using it there. So amazing technology really. I want to see something like this that goes on the side of a wood stove, a tent stove, so you can generate electricity while you're sat in your tent, maybe on a long trip, winter trip, charge your devices. It seems to be working pretty well on both fuel types. I'm going to turn this down because I don't need a roaring flame. I'm just going to feed in a bit more wood. And try out the grill. I've had to put it on the floor for this because you've got legs on here and that stump's not big enough. So the legs support that side, and doesn't really click in or anything, just kind of rests on by the looks of it. Then you've got your feed hole there. And the grill there. So it doesn't matter too much the length of the pieces going in there. Get a little more leeway. It's already putting out some heat there. I raided the fridge and I had a couple of lamb chops, so that's what I'm doing. You can see a definite hot spot here where the flames are coming through. I'm wondering if opening this possibly gives you a bit of temperature control. So I'm going to put one of these actually on the back here, keep one on the side, so we'll see what kind of heat zones it has. A couple of pellets there set on fire. See what this looks like. Just started to catch on the fat there, but it seems to be cooking alright actually. And at the back here, yeah, there's enough heat there. So far so good. Well, I've eaten my lamb. It was very nice actually. It was cooked through nicely. It's quite an even heat actually. There's a bit of regulation with the pork cover. If the flames are licking up too much, you don't want like that black on the meat from like the soot. But yeah, it worked a lot better than the first attempt I did with it, to be honest. So it's been running half hour or so, and we've fully charged the battery by the looks of it pretty much. Handy little device. So I'll give you a little summary. Alright, I've tipped out the contents. This actually, because of this kind of grilling, doesn't get that hot on the outside, which is quite remarkable. So a bit of a summary of everything. I guess this is a bit like I said before, like a jet boil, except a different fuel type. Works very efficiently. And the power generation, very handy. I can see this being used on maybe a long-term canoe trip. Maybe you're out for a week or two, you can charge whatever device, your camera or your phone or something while you go, every day when you cook your breakfast or your dinner. Use minimal fuel, that kind of thing. So this and the pot all nested together, you know, it doesn't take up too much room and serves a couple of purposes. So you'd have, say, something like this for the winter, then maybe in the summer you'd use more like a solar panel sort of generation for heat, maybe. Obviously the light's a handy little addition as well, it's no sort of game changer. The grill I'm a bit mixed about, it's quite bulky. You do get a little bit of allowance with this to get the flames coming out of there rather than there and just get the heat. I was quite surprised actually. The first time I did it, I must have been rushing or something. I just got some bacon on it and it went black from the flames, but I think this time with a proper sized bit of meat it worked a little bit better. Quite an even heat, didn't burn or anything like that, just cooked it through a nice heat, just with constant fueling of the fire. Yeah, so kind of that's my thoughts really. It's going to depend on your use if you find this handy, but kind of long-term sort of trips where you need electricity and you're going to be cooking over fire anyway, I can definitely see the benefits. So yeah, that's the camp stove by Bio Lite. They do a fire pit as well, so if you want to check that out, I'll put some links below. Check them out if it interests you. Very novel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.